things that are attempting to find motives and observational details and so forth are unimportant. What's really important, and the reason I've changed my position so much over these past few years, implants are being physically taken out of people. Then, therefore, this is real. I mean, I'm just going to stand on that. It is real. I don't know whether the implants were put in by aliens or not, but I do know they're there. And to me, until we figure out what that's about and who put them there and why, we don't know anything about this experience. All we really know about this experience is the implants are real.
Is that the basis of you saying there is physical proof?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you take a person who has remembered alien experiences under hypnosis, remembers an implant being put in their leg, they're x-rayed, the implant is seen, and then it's removed by a doctor, and that has happened. You can't tell me that's not real. It is real. The only question is, was the hypnosis accurate in the sense of who put it there? Certainly the lady remembered where it was under hypnosis. The x-ray confirmed its existence. But who did she remember under hypnosis who really put it there or not? We don't know, because we don't know the effect of the implants, and we don't know whether or not if you got past all of the interference, you wouldn't find soldiers putting it into her. Or it might be there really are aliens out there doing it. We just can't be sure of anything right now. This is a time not for answers, but for questions. I've seen too much from the secret government to jump to the conclusion that any of it is being done by aliens. We have to be sure first that it's not being done by human beings. I include in that, by the way, the UFOs that are appearing in the skies and being videoed, the whole phenomenon. The reason is that if you read the documents that have been declassified under the Freedom of Information Act about the MK Ultra project that was conducted by the CIA in the 60s and 70s, what you read there is the activities of psychotics engaged in insane programs that used and abused the minds of innocent people in ways that make the activities of the Nazi doctors at Auschwitz look tame. And this was done by Americans in the continental United States under a cloak of secrecy. It is among the most evil things that human beings have ever done to other human beings. It was done by the United States government's Central Intelligence Agency. That is a real, true fact. MK Ultra was a real program. They induced people to become psychotic using LSD. It's in black and white. It's in court records. It's real. People who did something like that are capable of anything. The fact that those people remain concealed behind a barrier of secrecy from public scrutiny means that objects appearing in the human body in this country, implants that seem to have something to do with mind control, we have to investigate first the secret government. Second, we look for aliens. We've got a monster on our hands behind the cloak of secrecy. We got to get rid of it. Our country has cancer. Our country's freedom is dying of the cancer. The cancer is called CIA, NSA, NRO, DIA. Those are the acronyms of the death of freedom.
The response to your book, and can you kind of talk in that?
Well, first of all, it's not a book. You're looking at a life. This is a man's life being written down in words and spoken on radio and television and in lectures and so on and so forth. It's a bunch of books. Communion, Transformation, Majestic, and Breakthrough, and then in next February, The Secret School. That's what it is, a whole life. What's the reaction to it? Well, frankly, at first there was a lot of skepticism. But every day that passes, more and more people are waking up to the fact that I'm onto something, that we are all onto something. The whole community of people involved in this are. We don't know what we've got yet, but we've got something by the tail, and it's beginning to buck and kick. I'm not going to let go of it until I know what it is. Absolutely not.
Would you consider your experience as one of contact or abduction or a mixture of both? Or could you make that
Oh, there's
distinction?
only been one or two real outright abductions where I have literally waked up in the presence of apparent aliens. Once or twice. Maybe 3 times. Mostly they've been much more in the nature of contact experiences. And some of them, I would say, have the quality of reality about them. I would be surprised if it wasn't alien contact. But as I say, until I know for sure what the government's been doing, I can't say that for certain. I've got to get that sort of static cleared out of the system first to be sure that it's not an illusion induced by some kind of psychotic government agents bent on creating a new religion or something. I mean, goodness knows what kind of lunatic nonsense they could come up with. But I will tell you this, that you want to find psychosis in our country, people in need of therapy. Go to the secret government and you will find people who desperately need to be on the psychiatrist's couch. The problem is, instead of being on the psychiatrist's couch, they have absolute power and the possession of unlimited sources of funds and technology of almost unbelievable potency. We've put psychotics in control of the most powerful weapons in the world. And then closed the door and said, go do this on your own. And crazy stuff is starting to come out of there, and we better watch it because we're in trouble. Closer. Those are much closer. That one. It looks like living creatures. We just don't know what this is. You'll see this slowed down and so forth, so you can look at it in detail in just a few minutes. And this is just a cloud in high contrast. It's not significant. Watch now as it comes out and it moves with the flexibility of a living creature. What was that? Some of those are just an unknown phenomenon. We don't know what those are. They're obviously not conventional UFOs, but there's something strange. We have the crop circles. The crop circles are real. The attempt on the part of the intelligence community to debunk the crop circles was lame and vile. They used national public radio as the means by which they spread their lie about their crop circle makers across the United States. It was immediately picked up by all of the media, and closure was put on the crop circles in the media, completely, in the United States and in England with this. This was a designed intelligence operation, a propaganda move carried out illegally against the American people. The people who did this, and I include in that the executives at NPR who made the decision to put it on the air knowing that it was not true, should be put in jail. They belong in prison. They violated the law. They committed felonies. One quite prominent, in fact, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist told me 5 years ago, he said, Whitley, if one word of this book is true, science has taken a kick in the shins because we've been lied to. He said to me 3 days ago, science took a body blow. We've been lied to, more than lied to. He said, I'm beginning to suspect I'm looking at one of the most evil things that has ever been done on this planet, and that is the concealment of the greatest secret that mankind has ever known. I said, you're jumping to the conclusion that it's aliens. And he said, of course it's aliens. I said, wait a minute. Let's be clear about this. Don't do that. It's implants right now. It's crop circles. It's video. We don't know if it's aliens yet. Let's look through the implants, the video, and the crop circles and see what's on the other side of that. Then we can decide it. The secret government is like any kind of wild animal. It will do anything to survive. It will do anything it can to survive. It's going to be hard to break it. But if we want an American republic and a free country, we have to break it. The secrecy has to end in toto. It has to be possible for the average citizen to turn on his computer and get any piece of information that the government possesses. Or we don't have a republic. We don't have a republic. Now, this is not a free country. This is a police state. And I have an implant in my ear to prove it.